Hey guys, welcome back to the Lucas and Ellie channel, and today we're going to be doing Premier League predictions. I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently now. I think this, um, the way that I'm doing it is that I'm going to have the scores right in front of my computer. You're not going to see them. I'm going to tell you the scores, and that's how it's going to work. I found this website that allowed me to put the scores in have, so I can see. So let's begin. So uh, it's loading. Okay. So the website was loaded. Anyway, so for the first game of the weekend, it is Brighton and Hove Albion versus Man United. Obviously, two clubs that I support, and I'm actually wearing the Brighton kit underneath. I would take it off to show you, but I am cold, so I'm gonna keep my jumper on. So anyway, I think Man United got a late 1-0 win against Fulham. People people like say it should have been more. Like the score should have been, it should have been a higher score for Man United. Man United should have won comfortably. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. You get the win, you get the 3 points. And that's what we did. So important to get those 3 points on the first match day. So yeah. So will Man United win? I think they will. Like I said, I support both teams, so I am kind of on neutral. I am slightly leaning Man United because I've been a Man United fan more than a Brighton fan. But yeah, like I said, I support both teams. It could be a draw, but I'm gonna say a 2-1 win for Man United. I think they can do do well. And let me just check something before. Okay, that's all good. Okay. Um. So I guess I need to check something. Okay. So next game is going to be Crystal Palace versus West Ham. Obviously, West Ham lost their first game at home to Aston Villa. Um. So yeah. So West Ham currently sitting in 14th place and Aston Villa in 5th. Doesn't matter at the moment. It's only early days. So who do I think is going to win here? I think this is going to be a close game. They're playing at Selhurst Park. As much as I want Crystal Palace to lose, because like I said earlier in the video, I am a Brighton fan. So wait, Brighton fan here. So and a United fan, but I hate Crystal Palace. But I think they're going to I think, like I said, it's going to be a close game. I'm going to say this is going to be a 2-2 draw. Yeah, a total draw. I think that's going to happen. Next game is going to be Fulham versus Leicester City. Obviously, Fulham losing to Man United in the first match day. They currently, well, it doesn't matter where they sit, but if you want to know, they sit in 15th and Leicester in 12th. That doesn't really matter at the moment. Obviously, Leicester got a good result against Tottenham at the King's Power Stadium. Very good result. I think wasn't expecting it. I would have I thought Tottenham were going to win like 3-1. Like I said, that was not really good prediction right there. But anyway, I think like both teams are going to show out. I think Leicester will score first, but I do just see Fulham editing it, and I'm going to say Fulham to win 2-1, just barely. Next game is going to be Manchester City versus Ipswich Town. Now, this is going to be a quite interesting game. Obviously, Ipswich Town lost to Liverpool at Portland Road. I think that's the name of the stadium, of Ipswich Town Stadium. They lost 2-0, but they really did. They really did show something. That like they showed something. They kept it 0-0 for like until half time, which I was impressed. So yeah, I'm very impressed with Ipswich. Of course, they did lose at the end, but yeah. However, I don't see Ipswich beating. I don't see Ipswich Town beating Manchester City. So I am gonna go with a 4-0 win for Manchester City. I just can't see Ipswich beating Man City at the Etihad. It's not possible. Well, there have been some teams that beat City at the Etihad, but it's very rare that they lose at home. So can't remember the last time they lost a home game. Next game, it's going to be Southampton versus Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest obviously due to I think it was Bournemouth. So yeah, and they drew 1-1. I think it was a pretty interesting game. Obviously, Southampton lost their first game to Newcastle, but it was only 1-0. Like it wasn't a cricket score or anything like that. It was quite close. And in fact, Newcastle were playing with 10 men. So yeah, and I do obviously Nottingham Forest are one of my teams to get relegated this season. I do think they'll get relegated. Not really impressed with them. I'm gonna go with a bit of an upset here. I think I'm going to see Southampton win 2-1. Because they obviously and also they're playing at home, so home advantage. So yeah. Next game is going to be Tottenham Hotspur versus Everton. Now, obviously Tottenham didn't have the result that they wanted. They kind of threw away that 1-0 lead to Leicester. They should have. Leicester. What I'm saying is that Tottenham should have won. Everton absolute like in the last match they absolutely got spanked by by Brighton. They absolutely got destroyed by Brighton 3-0 at home at Goodison Park. That is not a good sign for Everton. I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good for Everton. They lost. Losing your first match day to Brighton 3-0 at Goodison Park is not the result that you want, and especially now because you're going to be going to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. I don't think Everton will win, and I think Everton will lose 2-1. I think Tottenham are just very, very good team. They should have beaten Leicester, but they didn't. I think Tottenham are better than Everton. Next game is Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Now this could be one of the games of the week. I might watch this game depending on how I feel. Now obviously Aston Villa did the double on Arsenal last season. Aston Villa beat them twice. Um, one in Birmingham and one in London. Aston Villa, like I said, they beat West Ham. I think it was a 2-1. I think, and I'm kind of impressed. I did have them go down, and I think they will finish in eighth. So that's what I predicted them. But also, you can't forget they have Champions League football as well. And also, by the way, guys, if we get this video to 10 likes, I am going to be doing my Champions League prediction video. So yeah, that's gonna be a great video. So yeah. Anyway, to the point, do I think Arsenal can beat Aston Villa? I think no. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be. I definitely see Arsenal scoring in like 20 minutes. So yeah, and then I think Aston Villa will score, equalize in the 60th minute, and it's going to stay at 1-1. Next game is going to be Bournemouth or AFC Bournemouth versus Newcastle United. Now Newcastle, I can't. They beat Southampton 1-0 in the first match day, so they got their 3 points. And obviously, Bournemouth drew to Nottingham Forest 1-0. I'm not very sure. I think Bournemouth were like did take the lead, and I think they had the lead for like a good few, like I think they had the lead for a good time until then Nottingham Forest equalized, and then stay at 1-1. Do I think Bournemouth can win? Well, they are playing in the Vitality Stadium. I don't think they'll win, but they'll definitely make it close. They're definitely going to like press Newcastle. They're definitely going to try and maybe try to play them out the park. But at the end of the day, I just see Newcastle beating them 2-1, and that is simple as that. Now we have Wolverhampton. The next game is Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Chelsea FC. Now, obviously, Wolves lost the first game. Who did they beat? Who did they lost to? It was Arsenal. Yeah. They lost the first game at the Emirates to Arsenal, but come on, I don't think they were going to. I don't think they even had a chance there. And obviously, Chelsea lost their first game 2-0 to, again, another home defeat. They lost to Man City at Stamford Bridge. Not a very good sign, especially since they're trying to get back into Champions League football. They're definitely trying to get back into Europe. Maybe, well, technically, I say Champions League football because technically they still have to qualify for the Europa Conference League. They're in the playoffs. But I think they have that knocked down because they just beat like Servette 2-0. Do I think they could beat Wolves though? I don't think so. I think it's going to be another close game. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. Yes, 2-2. I see Chelsea can score 2 goals, but then Wolves like do a comeback, and then it's going to end like that. Last game of game week 2 is going to be Liverpool versus Brentford. Now Brentford beat did they beat where is Brentford? Brentford beat someone 2-0. It wasn't Crystal Palace. It was Crystal Palace actually. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was Crystal Palace. And I was expecting Crystal Palace to win. However, I think this. However, Brentford do have a good record against Liverpool. And I think it was the 21-22 season they did a double on them. Like, I don't know. They beat, I don't know. They definitely stopped. I think they stopped Liverpool's unbeaten run in at Anfield. They gave them their first like home defeat in a while. Do I think Brentford can win? I just don't think so. I think this Liverpool side is definitely something. Even though I do have them having in 5th place, but surely they have to beat Brentford here. Otherwise, questions will be asked. Since I think their last home game was I can't remember. No, it wasn't the loss, but especially since the end of last season, like they lost 3-0 to Atalanta at home, and then they lost 1-0 to Crystal Palace at home. So 2 consecutive. I don't think it was consecutive losses at Anfield, but definitely they need to have. They definitely want to improve from like last year's dreadful form. Well, it wasn't dreadful. It's just they kind of fell off at the end, towards the end of the season. So I say Liverpool beat them 2-1. And so that was my game week 2 predictions, guys. Thank you so much for staying with me. Be patient with me. I know I'm not the best YouTuber in the world. Hopefully, hopefully. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening in, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye and peace.